Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Sasha Banks debuts for New Japan as Mercedes Mone.
I've got the AEW status of the former Sasha Banks and WWE's reaction to her jump.
AEW Dynamite's getting a new look tonight. We'll tell you what to expect.
And a backstage update on WWE's brand split status. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
We're going to kick this video off by talking about something that happened about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom is still happening, so a bunch of stuff going on. But hey, Sasha Banks showed up, as you'd expect. She is now Mercedes Mone. I thought it was going to be Mone for some reason, but it was pronounced like money, so that's cool. But yeah, she showed up on the event. Tam Nakano challenged for Kairi's IWGP Women's Championship on the show. It was the second match of the night. Short. I would have liked a bit more. Personally, I thought they had the opportunity to have a really great match if they'd gone like 15 minutes or so. But a short match, good nonetheless. Kairi with the successful defense, winning via elbow drop. What happens after that? She's celebrating, the lights cut out, unfamiliar entrance music, video package. You know who it is straight away. Yeah. I mean, in the video package, a Mercedes-Benz pulls up. There you go. And now she comes, she's got her hair dyed in like 4 different colors.
Yeah,
listen, I'm very bald, but I was very impressed by the hair dye job. Seriously, good work. She came out, shook hands with Kairi, who she's former rivals with in WWE, of course. Put her down with a new finisher, which was it was an interesting finisher, I'll say that. And then got on the microphone, introduced herself a little bit, called herself the CEO of this division. She's no longer the boss; she is elevated to CEO. She's going to face Kairi now in San Diego on the 18th of February for that title. Interesting stuff across the board. The reaction was quite muted. I think that this is a consequence. I don't think that New Japan fans in Japan watch much WWE, so maybe there's a familiarity thing there. Also, WWE hasn't had a TV deal in that country for literally years. So that's, probably explains why people were a bit like, who's this person? Oh, cool angle nonetheless. But yeah, look, I love Sasha Banks, Mercedes Mone, Mercedes Varnado, whatever. I think she's awesome. I think this is going to be great.
It's weird this has finally happened because we've been talking it up for so long and saying how much potential it's got that now it's finally, finally gone through. You're like, oh, great, actually, here we go then, basically. Yeah. Look, like you say, the finisher was interesting. But I'm very excited to see what she does here, and transitioning seamlessly, potentially in AEW, because Fightful Select have come through with a report. This was prior, obviously, to the former Sasha Banks' arrival at Wrestle Kingdom. Bit of an update in terms of AEW and WWE. Obviously, Sasha has been... The former, I'm going to have to practice
FKA
that.
is Sasha
Yes, has been rumoured to be Saraya's mystery partner, of course, in that match against Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker on the 11th of January episode of Dynamite. Internal sources have been, quote, no sold when they've inquired about the situation, but they all think it's probably going to happen. WWE, meanwhile, were kind of caught a little bit off guard with her leaving, basically, and particularly going to New Japan. It caught several writers off guard, according to this Fightful Select report. The general impression was, it's fine, we'll just get back in January. This, despite the fact that she cut the deal with New Japan in November and became a free agent on the 1st of January. Yeah. So someone's getting fired.
Someone's been a silly sausage,
but yeah, I think in terms of at the moment we thought Sasha's gone from, the former Sasha has gone from WWE.
It's going to take a while.
Yes, I think the best version was always going to be show up at Wrestle Kingdom and fingers crossed show up next week on Dynamite.
Yeah, I hope she just does stuff everywhere,
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily know if I want to see her sign anywhere. I'm up for the idea of her showing up in AEW for a bit, hopping over to Japan, working Stardom, working New Japan in the US. I'm up for all of this stuff. I think it's fun. It's good for the business when people jump around and have the opportunities to earn paydays elsewhere, because it forces other companies to raise their game to get hold of this talent in the first place. And it's good for the talent to have choice and freedom over their own careers, which is something often lacking when you are classified as an independent contractor, yet expected to behave like an employee with none of the benefits.
She got the chance to be the female John Moxley, basically.
Yeah, it rules. It rules.
So basically expected to fight Nick Gage pretty soon.
Mercedes versus Nick Gage. I am here for
that. Yeah.
Why not?
I think she'd kick his ass too.
Beat him up, man. Nick Gage is not in the best shape. I love Nick Gage, but yeah.
That's an interesting booking call from the two of us.
We are weird. But yes, there you go. That's today. It's Mercedes Day.
Yes.
Happy and Will
Go and buy yourself a Please don't.
Yeah, don't bankrupt yourself because a really great wrestler showed up. Dynamite, new look tonight. It's happening.
Ooh, yes!
It's happening. This has been in the works for a while. We've been expecting it for a while. Fightful, Will Washington of Grapsody from Fightful, of course, has learned yesterday that Light the Fuse is still going to be the song. So we're getting this aesthetic reboot type deal, but Light the Fuse by No One Hero, that's the name of the band. Might have a slight remix to it, is the word that Will had learned. But it's still going to be part of the show. So this got reported via Fightful Select. And then AEW, like a couple of hours later, actually released a new teaser with Light the Fuse in it, which I think is quite interesting because the first teaser they put out had a song that was not good in it. I think Light the Fuse is kind of perfect. It's like just butt rock new metal. That's what wrestling is, man. Light the Fuse.
Yeah,
boom.
it's one
Cheese.
of those. Yeah, exactly.
Give me cheese, baby.
I still love those threads on Twitter that are like, oh, this old Nickelback song slaps. Pass it on.
Yeah, come on. What are you up to? It's like that's like the equivalent of people on Twitter going, "Hey, Jinder's title reign was actually pretty good, guys." But yes, that's what we're expecting. Tony Khan had previously told that the set and the design and everything's going to be a little bit different, but the way the wrestlers are presented is going to be largely the same.
Good.
They're not just going to stop having good matches on TV and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. We've seen in these vignettes there seems to be like some lasers everywhere. Aesthetics rule. I hope it doesn't suck. I don't think it will suck.
No.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, often I have. Last year I had quite a few little birds, little saucers.
Little Varus.
Will Washington, not the only, better than me, but not the only one with a little bit of information. Exclusive here at WhatCulture. Just saying, tonight look out for the Dynamite Fist. So, it's apparently what could have always fixed SmackDown over those years, Andy.
You know what? You can't do a fist that is copyrighted. How about a foot? Actually.
What about like a thumbs up, like an Orange Cassidy?
That kind of rules, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Put that above the babyface tunnel.
Yeah.
And above the heel tunnels, a foot for all the perverts.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Brand split. What's going on with WWE? Because obviously, there's fairly defined, or there was fairly defined, you're blue, you're red, but we don't fight between blue and red at Survivor Series anymore. And then the Bloodline has gone bollocks to that. I was showing up on Raw and Hostile Takeover, etc., etc. Drew, Sheamus, they've done the same, blah, blah, blah. What is going on? Fightful Select, once again, no crap, just sap. Sean Ross sap off Fightful
That's
Select.
him cutting through the crap.
Says that the plans going forward are probably going to be staying the same. It's not going to be, right, everyone's on one show, and it's either you want to watch it on a Monday or you want to watch it on a Friday, but at the same time, it's not going to be, right, that's it, you can never show up on another show. I think this is the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think so. I'm in favour of generally keeping a brand split because it allows theoretically more people the opportunity to be on TV every week. When they're not competing with every single person in the company for TV time.
Yeah.
But a degree of flexibility is good. It's not like the days of the wildcard rule where it was beyond parody and they literally broke it on the first show by having like 5 dudes show up when it was going to be like 1 or whatever.
Like Lars Sullivan doesn't count or something.
Yeah, like there was some bollocks in the past, but I think this is a good compromise. I enjoy the Bloodline showing up on Raw and causing chaos, and flexibility.
They've sort of reverse engineered my only issue that I really had with the brand split, which is just unify the tag titles, because that didn't need, and there wasn't going to be enough tag teams that, well, especially the old regime, used to care about. Hey, tag teams. Smoke you.
I'm still waiting for someone to call 1-800-see you, man.
Yeah,
I love
not
that
enough,
promo.
not enough numbers.
Promo
And, some
replays
letters
in
in there
my
as well, in the words of the best friends.
Oh, Trent ruined it, man. Why'd you do that, Trent? You're a bad guy.
But yeah, yes, it's going to stay the same, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's right. I'm bringing back DDP.
Of course.
2023.
There you go. Old school, like WWE DDP.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go.
best version, as many.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Speaking of bad takes, let's get on
Legendary intergender work with the Undertaker's wife.
Yeah. That's a way to debut a former world champion.
So the thing about this is there are people who will take this seriously. So let's move on.
Don't get me started. I love DDP, but anyway.
Remember when DDP wrestled like 2 years ago in AEW? Awesome.
They've still got plenty. Judging by Ric Flair, he's got plenty of time.
I've got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah. Anyway, should we move on to the Twitter questions?
Let's do it.
At WhatCulture WWE, of course, you want to get in touch with us. First question today, regular contributor Eddie Zamharry. Cheers, Eddie. Says, hey guys, happy 2023. Same to you. With the Royal Rumble upon us, which male and female superstar from NXT do you want to see be a surprise entrant in this year's Rumble? Mine is Kerrigan. Oh God.
I just had a cold, so it's okay for him
it's
to
fine.
sit here just so that.
And I'm testing all that.
Yeah, we're all good.
Cameron Grimes and Katana Chance.
Oh, interesting. So I'm going to go for a really boring answer for the men's option. It's Braun Breaker. Like, I think he's the most visually arresting dude. He's the dude who could come out and make the most impact. I know he's the champion. I know he's the top guy. I know it's a lazy answer, but I think it would be really good. On the women's side of things, I mean, there's a few people down there who are certainly ready for a bigger spotlight. People like Alba Fire, Scotland Fire, translated from Gaelic. I think she would be a good shout. I think that'd be quite interesting. But yeah, there's plenty of decent little options
there's not many bad choices down in NXT right now that I could see popping up. Whether it be like a full-on transition to the main roster, I don't know. Nathan Fraser. I think you could do some fun flippy stuff in there with the likes of Ricochet and what have you. And just because I haven't seen her on telly for ages, and I'm really hoping that she shows up maybe next week at New Year's Evil, Tiffany Stratton.
I got a bit of an outside the box pick. What about Sol Ruka? Because she's obviously very new to the game.
Surfing.
But the way she moves around the ring, like with her gymnastic background and all of that stuff, it's really eye-catching.
Yeah.
Like, she's obviously still putting the pieces together, but she gets some pops. If she came in and did some mental, flippy, handstand stuff, that'd be cool.
Or they'll just spring out Thingy and say, look, it's The Rock's daughter.
Boom. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, Ava Rain,
but she's in the season.
Yeah, but she's also the rock star.
Joe Gacy, actually. I love Joe Gacy, man.
Juicy Joe.
Right, second question today comes from Andrew Barrington, who writes, morning, gents. With all that he's accomplished, is it crazy to call Seth Rollins this generation's Shawn Michaels? They win big matches and can be counted on to put on a great match with anyone.
Ooh. Comparable, I think, in the terms you've outlined there, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Seth Rollins is a fantastic pro wrestler, right? He has cracked the WWE code. He's created this. Obviously, the match quality is right there, but also like the character and stuff. Like, he can lose 7 million times in a row and still be really over because he's just this weird goof. Who's I really enjoy the all of that nonsense. I don't know if I would put him on that kind of level. I think that Shawn Michaels' peaks were a bit higher than Rollins' have been. Rollins usually gives you like a really great match, but I'm not sure I could point from too many in his resume and go, that is going to be seen as iconic in a few years' time. But look, I'm not putting him down. I think the guy is absolutely great, and I think in the criteria that you've used there, I think it's an apt comparison.
And I think he has the potential to do that even more so going forward, because it does feel like he's really settled into himself, if that doesn't sound incredibly patronising now, because like it went from like, I'm the biggest heel to I'm the biggest babyface, and then the bits in between you were like, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Why are you Godzilla looking ass or whatever his name, whatever he said.
Real Godzilla looking bastard.
That's the one, yeah. So that wasn't great, but like you say, I mean, all I say on the Raw reviews is like, Austin Theory had a sensational match. Guess who it was with? It was with Seth Rollins. Nothing against Austin Theory, but I think he's had his best matches since they went, let's stop screwing this guy up with Seth Rollins.
Well, Austin Theory is like a 6 out of 10 in literally every single department, but he's had 8 out of 10 matches with Seth Rollins. So there you go.
There you go. And fingers crossed Seth isn't injured, because I know there was a bit of worry about his knee after that.
Tweeted last night, redesign, rebuild, reclaim, and it's the same knee. I hope he's working.
I've watched that clip too many times when he goes down. I'm like, is he selling or is he?
Well, the referee put up the X off the air. They wouldn't really do that in usual circumstances. Hope it's a work.
Get well soon, Seth.
Get well soon.
Howie Potter gives us our final question of the day, writing, Happy New Year, lads. Do you reckon WWE should bring back the Mixed Match Challenge? If so, which mixed tag teams would you like to see participate? You don't really have to think about it, because Howie's nailed it on his answer, writing, me personally, I fancy seeing Dominic and Rhea win the whole thing.
Wow. Yeah, obviously, that's the answer. They should bring it back purely to have them run through the competition alone.
And also, Dominic doesn't work.
Yeah,
he just stands on the outside with his teardrop tattoo and
worries about being in prison, doing hard time.
Changes a man, apparently.
The Mixed Match Challenge, no one watched it, is probably the argument against it.
We watched it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did for the content, but like it was on Facebook and stuff, wasn't it? And no one really cared. But I will say that I thought it was kind of a fun diversion.
Yeah.
Like Alexa and Braun having like crazy chemistry and
Is
stuff.
it Miz and Asuka?
Yes. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
those fun little combinations.
They shoved Lana and Rusev together and then went, oh, you can't.
Yeah, you can't do
Can't
this.
exist or
Can't do
whatever.
this, brother. So like, it's a fun distraction. You're not gonna get like amazing matches, but Dom and Rhea would do some really fun stuff
Yeah.
with it. So why not?
Yeah, I really like it, and I think there's so much potential there. We just like you say, Dom and Rhea makes sense. You could do other teams that, you know, like, oh my god, sorry, I've just thought of Montez Ford and Bianca Belair as a tag team. Oh, I'm gonna need to have a lie down now.
Be really good.
That could be one of the best tag teams I've ever
There
seen.
you go. There you go.
But you could also just have, I don't know, no, not Natalia, Liv Morgan and the Great Khali. So, you know.
I was going to say Tiffany Stratton and the Boogeyman, but
Tiffany Stratton and Tony D'Angelo, I'd quit. I'd resign. They wrestling's peaked, so what's the point?
Why not? Yeah. Cool.
And finally,
Yeah, sure.
die in a hole. All British wrestling YouTube Chanels suck.
I saw this.
The words of my best friend Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Who once called you the only journalist who has ever told the truth about him, which is interesting.
Quite
The
right.
Use of the word journalist there is particularly
He's
interesting.
doing a lot of heavy lifting,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
really is. Interesting. Thanks, Max. Slid into my mentions over the weekend as
Did
well.
he?
Yeah, said, I'm really excited for Wrestle Kingdom. He replied saying, meh. All right. Cool.
Anyways, he was back in having a back and forth with our friends over at Courtaholic, and yeah, he's bad at typing on Twitter. It's the only thing he is bad at. He's not bad at Twitter. He's just bad at occasionally spelling.
He's some boy, isn't he?
But from this British Wrestling YouTube channel, we love you, Maxwell.
Yeah. YouTube Chanel. There you go.
Are we Chanel number 5? Or?
I think we're like number -2. We're not Chanel 5, brother.
No one wants to smell like us.
No, hell no. I mean, we're okay, but some...
Let us know your thoughts who that could be in the comment section
Best thing
below.
is they don't know who sits there. So
No.
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Place bets now. No, don't. It's bad.
Other
Everyone's
stuff though,
really hygienic.
maybe more stuff about the former Sasha Banks in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from. For daily wrestling podcasts, we'll be having some sort of podcast dealing with the fallout from Wrestle Kingdom, and then we'll jump in, review NXT and preview Dynamite with the new set, as Andy mentioned a little bit earlier. And me and Andy, we talked about the Royal Rumble. They're about to film a little Royal Rumble video, aren't we?
Special Royal Rumble video coming your way, I think Friday, so keep a lookout for
These
that.
bloody do their jobs. We do the hard grafting here, and then they have to
Computer
easy in it, but
Computer-y
I
guys.
could do it.
Yeah, I could do it too. Windows Movie Maker, fire it up.
Cut, paste, call it a day.
Where's the lie? Anyway,
I love you, editors. Please don't hurt me.
Hey, I
or
got
make me
Carl
look
Anderson versus Tama Tonga.
Sorry, yes.
Wrap this up.
At WhatCulture WWE for your Twitter questions for tomorrow. You can follow Andy Murray on Twitter at
Andy H. Murray, the H stands for hey, happy Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega Day to those who celebrate. And yes, I'm aware that the match will have happened by the time this video goes out.
yes. Happy day of that, bruv. I was going to say another word, but it was one he said quite a lot.
Hey, he called it
I
a
can't,
see you next
yeah,
Tuesday.
I can't say it. At Adam Wilborn on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE for all of us. But for now, my thanks to Andy Murray.
Mark Hunt. He called him a Mark Hunt.
Very good.
I love Mark Hunt.
Oh, walk off KO.
Favorite MMA fighter
my
of
God.
all time. Mark Hunt, Wanderlei Silva, Shogun Hua. Those are my guys.
Good picks.
Boom.
At WhatCulture WWE for all of us. I'm not sure if I already said that. But anyway, my thanks, Andy. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon.